नमस्कार साथियों, स्वागत है आप सभी का अंकित इंस्पायर इंडिया पर। मेरे साथ में है नसीम दनेश्वर जी। ये कनाडा में है, ईरानी नागरिक हैं और कनाडा में आप लंबे समय से ईरान को ऑब्जर्व कर रही हैं। ईरान के अंदर जो भी घटनाएं इन दिनों घटी, जैसे ताजा घटना में खामनेई की मौत की खबर ने पूरी दुनिया में तरह तरह की प्रतिक्रियाएं ली हैं। ऐसे में हम नसीम जी के माध्यम से ये जानना चाहेंगे कि वो कैसा फील कर रही हैं इस घटना की वजह से। तो ओवर टू यू नसीम जी। नसीम जी, may we know that how are you feeling with the wartime situations and with the news of Khamenei's death?
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be with my Indian family, my dear friends. As an Iranian Canadian woman and a human rights activist and a member of National Ethnic Press Council of Canada, I have to say that there are so many words and so many feelings, and hope and happiness is one of them that I want to use. For years and years, Iranian people have been under constant attack and imprisonment and killed by this regime, and it's an occupying Islamic regime that it forces the lifestyle, the compulsory hijab, the internet connection, and all that Ayatollah Khamenei has done and is responsible recently after women life freedom movement, after killing Mahsa Amini for a compulsory hijab, and a Kurdish descent woman. She was only 16 years old, and young, brave Iranian Canadians supported them, demonstrated, and we believe that this led to other demonstration that was peacefully at the beginning, and unfortunately it led to Iran massacre, one of the biggest that history has seen. More than 50,000 civilians dead. They were shot, imprisoned, and they're still in exile or in prison. And what we feel right now as Iranian Canadians, death of Ayatollah Khamenei is one person responsible for the bloodshed that has happened in Iran. And I'm grateful to be in your program, because you understand the most what it means to have a spirit and to have a religion of Zoroastrianism, and to be forced out of your faith every day. Freedom is taken from you. The liberation that would come after Ayatollah Khamenei gives us hope, and we're hoping the Shah, the king of Iran, the crown prince of Iran, Reza Pahlavi, to come back as a unified leader and to make Iran great again. So we are hopeful. We're feeling liberated. We don't feel this as a wartime. We have been always, pro women rights, freedom, women rights.
Some minor issues because as an Indian, when we see news and when we see the public reaction, then there is a question arises. There are two type of reactions from Iran coming out.
Yes.
One is where people are celebrating this news, and another is when people are crying like anything. The state media spokesperson is crying like anything. So how do you see this? Before we proceed on this question, let me just ask you some basic questions. So when you shifted from Iran to Canada, and which faith are you in?
I believe that my faith, first of all, is human rights. I want to start with a great, we live through our history, poetry, and language. Our culture as Persians, we live through our poetry. I want to start with the Sadi, great poet of 8th century, who says, human beings are member of one. In essence, of one body and one soul. If one suffers and if one is in pain, the others uneasy will remain. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش ز یک گوهرند. چو عضوی به درد آورد روزگار، دگر عضوها را نماند قرار. There would be no قرار, no آرام, no religion, no faith left if human rights, if humanity is in danger.
Yes, I can understand that every
And
faith
that is
has
my
some
faith.
essence of human right. But the question is,
My
When we
faith
came
is
to know,
human rights.
yeah,
My faith
yeah,
is
your faith is
Persian
human rights.
poetry.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. And secondly, when you have shifted to Canada,
Yes.
when, at what time you
When?
shifted to Canada? Yeah.
Well, I would say it's more than, well, I know Neil, my Indian community, my Indian family, more than 20 years. So I would say I have left Iran more than 25 years ago. And I was born under the current regime. I have
Okay.
witnessed the diaspora, I witnessed the lies and all the media and the reaction, the fake news. And what I can tell you, where there is no dignity for human life, when we don't even have internet connection without VPN, trust me, there is no truth in that.
Yeah. Okay. So now came to the earlier question. Come to the earlier
Yes.
question. Then question was ki the reactions are of two types in Iran.
Yes.
Part of people are celebrating this, and rest are just crying like anything. How do you see this?
Um, Well, I only can speak for the people, for the Iranian Canadians who are hopeful for a better, liberated Iran, for the free Iran. And what we hope for is that we would take our fate in our own hands and we could make Iran great again without the dictatorship and the slaughter and the human slaughter that the Khamenei and its regime has made, upon us. So whoever is crying, I would say, they're crying for their own leader, who is forcing his own ideas, ideologies, faith by killing people. So it's obvious, for some of us to be sad because no one is happy with human death. Nobody
Yeah,
celebrates
okay,
death.
definitely, definitely. In the world, there will be no person happy to see human death. But the now question is, the people those are feeling liberated or those are celebrating this news are how much in percentage in Iran? How do you feel this? Are the majoritarian people are celebrating this, or are the minoritarian persons are feeling celebrating this?
Well, in my personal opinion, the majority of Iranians, because what you see in Iran, with the Iran massacre, you know how many people they were shot in the streets.
Yeah, there is news that 30,000, around 30,000 people were killed in this January uprising.
Ankit Kumar, my brother, Ankit Kumar Jan. Meri Zindagi, listen to me. You go in the street demonstrating peacefully, not armed. You're a civilian. Even one person is crime against humanity to be killed this way. And you're talking about the official number, 30,000 of people, unarmed civilians to be killed by their own government. And you're telling me that they are majority? If they were the majority government, they had no need to kill people to make this massacre. They were no need to censorship. The freedom of the speech and internet is to the restrictions to the point that people are facing life imprisonment or death, or hanging by getting hanged by the regime. But it's still they're talking and they're speaking. You can imagine the oppression. Without it, maybe we have a better and more clear view of what Iran wants. Yes, you're right. We need an election. We need people to choose their own faith. We believe in people. We believe in their power. And we want them to have that power. Let's move this oppression. Some people are grateful to President Trump to give them this opportunity to move this terrorist regime that they're massacring their own people. Imagine for 1 second, if they have atomic bombs, what they're gonna do to others. If they're doing this to their own people, if we cannot have a peaceful demonstration, no guns, 16 years old, 16-year-old young boy was in prison, was killed in the street, 5-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and you can imagine what kind of terrorist regime you're dealing with. After this operation is moved, maybe we have a better, and more clear view of what the voice of Iranian people are. And if even the faith and the religion is Islam, God bless them all, and we respect them.